We all know that there's people out there in the world that have an unlimited love for their college football team. Some wear jerseys on game day, others paint their face, even a little serious trash talk happens now and then. But there is a select few that build a monument to their team. This is Wyatt, and he is of that select few. And this is a monument built to his college football team. With a little under 2 years, Wyatt ate, slept, and breathed this car. When it originated into his possession, it was nothing but a shell of what it is now. Hard work, dedication, and just perseverance is what built this car. It sounds a little dramatic, but there's more to this car than what you think. At a first glance, this car just screams character. It tells you that it's one of a kind. With the detail and craftsmanship and just the vision that has gone into making this vehicle, this is definitely a tribute to its team. You might be wondering, where'd this car come from? How did it come to be? Whose idea was it to create this monument?
My father-in-law bought it, and from a friend. You got to know my father-in-law. Then he gets these ideas and just attacks these ideas. For 20 years he's kind of amazed me. And this was just one of his, I think we're going to buy a Volkswagen. Doesn't it sound cool, Wyatt, to buy a Volkswagen and restore it? Sure, sounds cool. Let's do it. That's just how he works. It's kind of funny. Dude, he separated the pan from the body. Gutted it down to the floor, the pan itself, took the body off, cut the pans out, and had new pans welded into the car. And so when I got it, it was actually still in two pieces. The body was off the pan. But I started with a brand new pan.
And with that, Wyatt got straight to work. And watching Wyatt, you'd assume that this isn't his first rodeo. But there's a little more to this story.
I've never done it before. I've never done body work before.
With that said, you would have never realized that just looking at the car. Bodywork wasn't the only thing that Wyatt did to this car. With a prefab cage and some additional tube welding and framing, he was able to give a unique, aggressive look to the interior of the vehicle itself.
It could potentially save your life, but I wouldn't really trust it in a major crash. Well, yeah, there's other things that I've actually welded in the back. The back bumper's welded actually to the cage. It's through the car, welded to the cage.
With Wyatt's love of all things fast and loud, he kept a very simple and industrial look to the interior of the vehicle. Towards the end of the project, Wyatt actually had an ultimate goal to complete the car for a very specific reason.
Yeah, I wanted to have it done by his 60th birthday. And I got in a big hurry at the end. It was a big push at the end when I still had a lot of work to do. I just got to where it ran. Some lights worked. I had a buddy over the day before we took it down to Coos Bay for his birthday. I had a buddy over here, and late into the night, we were getting the wiring all done and made it run, and I started up, drove around the driveway, loaded up on the trailer, and we took it to Coos Bay. No, he did a lot more work. He did a lot of work. He did these lights. He actually wired those KC lights, or those lights up there. He did a lot of work too. But then Drove it around for what, 2 years? Had it for a couple of years. And moving to Washington, from the coast to Washington, that's his excuse for giving it to me. And I mean, say giving it to me, he did actually sell it to me. Gave me a great deal. Couldn't say, I'll tell you this much, I had that amount in my pocket. No, I can't lie, it was $1. I bought it for $1. It just blows my mind sometimes how generous he can be. But he blows my mind sometimes, and this blew my mind. I can't tell you enough, Steve, how much I appreciate not just this, but 22 years of, yeah. Thanks, man. Next question.
What I want to know is, do you actually take it off-road?
It's a stock car. It's completely stock. It's nothing except for the motor and just customization of certain things. It's not like I built it to run the Baja 5000. I just cruise around. Like I'm getting old, and I like to kind of cruise around.
Really, Wyatt? You just cruise around?
Not the quietest car, but I have a hard time keeping my foot out of it. I like to go. It's got some go. It's like a little rocket. Yeah, hell yeah, it's hard not to. And to tell you the truth, that's the way you're supposed to run them. They don't like to be just putted around, believe it or not. These things like to be ran hard. Even the guy built the motor, he said as soon as he was done with it, I even asked him, well, what's the break-in time? Well, he's like, there's no break-in time. As soon as you start it, run it like it's, like you stole it. Yeah, yep.
So what's it like to drive the little green rocket?
Yeah, it's not something you want to take road trips in. You're kind of in there all tight, and it's loud, yeah, it's punishing. It's like going to war. It's like, I couldn't imagine war being any worse. Dude, I went 25 miles in it. And I get to work and I open the door, I kind of fell out because my legs were so numb. I couldn't hear, my vision was even a little blurred, to tell you the truth. Yeah. So all day at work sucked because you're at work all day, and then my biggest fear was I had to go back to my shop and drive this thing home. I just want to thank my mother and father-in-law again for being the most awesomest people that I know. They probably don't believe that. Well, they probably believe it to an extent, but I don't see my family too much, and they're like, if I had my real father has passed away a long time ago, and if I wanted a cool-ass dad and mom, my mother and father-in-law they're the best. I love both of them, and I mean that. You guys, I love you guys very much, and I appreciate everything you've ever done for me and Sheila.
gonna redo the paint job. I
Yep.
was thinking maybe a different theme, just for fun.
No, theme. That is the theme, dude. Green. I'm just painting it over.
There's just an idea.
Well, I'll listen to your idea, but there's the theme. It's green, Oregon Ducks car.
I think. Well, what about making it a OSU themed car?
OSU. That's the Beavers, dude. Orange?
Yeah.
Dude, turn this damn camera off. Dude, turn this thing off.